I hate to break it to you, but buckling down isn't the answer. The guy with the six pack isn't more disciplined than you are. And going back to what you did before when you were an athlete isn't the answer either. Today, we're going to talk about why discipline isn't the thing that separates you from the guy with abs, how top level executives maintain high levels of fitness and a great physique without cutting out their favorite foods, and finally, why the myth of going back to what you did before will never work. You see, you don't need great discipline to get in shape. One of the most common things I hear from people when we start talking about their health and fitness goals is, I know what to do. I just don't have the discipline to do it. Or the stepbrother of that statement is, I know what to do. I just need to buckle down and get it done. Discipline is the answer, right? No. The reality is, discipline is not the answer. I know I'm going against the red faced, bearded guy eating liver and yelling at you. And I'm going against the military man screaming at the top of his lungs that if you make your bed, you'll eventually get six pack abs. It's all a lie. You don't need significant discipline to build the body you want. You just need a better strategy. My client Dan was much like you. He was in pretty good shape. He'd been a former athlete and he just wanted to improve his physique. He had some extra fat to lose. But like many people, he thought that he just needed to become more disciplined with his training and nutrition, and he would get the body he wanted. He tried and failed and tried and failed, and he blamed it on the fact that he just wasn't disciplined enough. Like many of my clients, he thought that he needed to eat good or healthy all the time in order to create the body that he wanted. This led him to oscillating between foods that he thought were healthy or good for quite some time until they became boring. And then he would go back to eating the treats or what he considered unhealthy or bad things. Workouts were kind of an all or nothing thing because, let's face it, discipline in his mind is an all or nothing thing too, right? Buckle down, get her done. The truth is totally the opposite. You see, you're told, or maybe you've even told yourself that you need to be strict. You don't. The truth is, getting and staying lean isn't about being strict. It's about having a strategic plan that gets you lean while building habits that keep you lean. The reality is, the guys with abs still eat cake. They eat apple fritters and the cookies. They just know how to do it and meet their goals. You've told yourself that getting the fat off will require you to buckle down and have more discipline. The truth is that that's what people say when they refer to a strategy that gave them some short-term success previously. Long-term success, however, comes from knowing how to eat the right foods at the right times to burn body fat, stay satisfied, have energy, and achieve your fitness goals. You've said that you know how to eat, but you just need to get back on the wagon. The reality is, this is what people think and say when they're using an old frame of reference. You see, if you ate a certain way when you were an athlete and you were able to maintain your fat, muscle, and overall body composition the way that you wanted, you probably did it in spite of how you ate because you were training all the time. Back to my client, Dan. What happened to him? Well, first, he learned how to shift his mindset from the good, bad, binary thinking to eating for his goals. In fact, he said to me in one of our coaching sessions, I ate an apple fritter today, and it was awesome. I didn't feel guilty, and I know I'm still on track for my goals based on our overall strategy. Second, he followed the strategy and learned how meals and nutrient timing made a major impact in his ability to achieve his goals. He no longer oscillated from good to bad, healthy to unhealthy. The foods he ate met his goals of getting abs, building muscle, and being lean, and kept him satisfied and energetic throughout the day. Next, his workouts became part of his life, and often he worked out less than what he was doing before, because as a busy executive and father, it worked better into his busy schedule, and he was able to maximize his time in his other areas. Finally, at the end of 16 weeks of working together, he had lost 8 pounds of fat and put on 7 pounds of lean muscle. Shoulders popped, chest grew, back widened, and the abs came out to play. In a short time, he did nothing to become more disciplined. He simply had a better strategy. He told me that there were several subtle changes that happened as well. First, he didn't think about the right time to take off his shirt when they went to the pool or the beach. He just took it off when they got there. Second, he said that he felt more confident in the gym because he knew what to do. There was no longer guessing. He knew what was going to work for his body to build the muscle and to help him lose the body fat so that he could craft the body he wanted. Third, he said that he knows that giving up his favorite foods is not a strategy and not necessary, and in fact is counterproductive to living a healthy, strong, and lean life. Lastly, he said that this body change gave him the confidence as an executive that no matter what boardroom he was in, he knew he belonged. Now, if this sounds like something that you're interested in, getting in great shape, becoming more lean, looking defined, becoming athletic again, let's talk. You see, it doesn't require more discipline than what you already have. It requires a better plan. Like I said at the beginning, I can promise you that if you make your bed every day, you are not going to get abs. It's stupid to think that you will. And no matter how tight the sheets are or how perfectly the covers are creased, you will not get abs. More discipline on the wrong strategy simply doesn't work. So if you made it this far in the video, I got a couple of options for you. First, you can go on your way with my gratitude and my hope that something we talked about today has shifted your mindset, is a bit more in line with what reality is and what it will actually take to achieve your goals, and you go on and you win. Or second, if something resonated, reach out to me. Let's see if we can set up a strategy call to see if my custom consulting is right for you. Now, if we meet, one of two things is going to happen. One, worst case scenario, we spend some time together and you leave saying, I sat down with an expert in the field who's got almost 25 years of experience and has trained Olympic and professional athletes, including NBA champions, executives like myself, and I learned a thing or two so that I don't feel stuck anymore. That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario is we come to find out that my consulting program is a great fit for you and we get you towards your goals. Either way, I want to thank you for your time. And I want you to know discipline isn't the answer. If you have the wrong strategy, you will never achieve your goals. Have a great day.